Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. Welcome to another ES Futures trading stream. Today is Thursday, April 25th. It is 8:58 a.m. 8:59 a.m. Eastern time in the US. It's a new day. We have we have a significant gap from yesterday. Something that mm, something that drives traders crazy, right? Is when we try to grasp or take the guidelines to the T, right? And we and when we don't put things in context. Um, what I mean before going there, before going there, I wanna take a minute, a moment to go back to the markets, right? What the market, where the market is, where what the other time frames are doing, right? What I have here, this is big tech, right? You know, the Fab 8, the Fantastic 7, whatever name they are called. Something that I notice here, this is very curious, very just peculiar to say the least, right? We have Google and Amazon reporting today. And what happened yesterday with them looked like loan liquidation. But they didn't have earnings yesterday. But what they had, um, Meta had the earning, right? Right now it's 416. 416. Notice where Meta is going to open, right? Where is 416? It's way down here, right? Can you see? All of this gap, all of this inventory, no? Let me tell you. Let me take a screenshot of here. Right? All of this inventory is going to be underwater or forced to liquidate, especially if there are short-term or laggards, right, that come to the market after seeing this rally, right, that started on in kind of like in December, at the end of September contract. Yesterday we were talking about this market. What could happen, right? We have a firecracker potential here, a trend here actually also, a firecracker potential at the top, and being bought from this, one, two, maybe this one's two, and this one. And here, boy, this is a big break that this market has, right? And what happened with Google? Google's making all-time highs. Amazon also kind of like Amazon has a chart that is similar to Meta, right? Two, three, four times, right? It doesn't have the same kind of support, the same kind of potential like Meta, and it's trading in sympathy. Now, how much is Amazon now? Let's check this again. 171 and Google 152. 171, kind of like around this area. It's adding another low here. And 152 Google, right? 152, kind of like around this area. It's going to open here. Big gap here. Also significant gap here. Another gap from here. We got one gap here, another gap here, and this one is to the downside. And but what catches my attention from these charts is these wicks that this market has. It seems like these markets have been trading in sympathy, right? They saw traders saw this market breaker. Okay, let's do the same thing, right? Notice the wicks in the opposite direction the Tesla has. Okay? I don't know. I don't know what this means actually. Well, I'm not trying to forecast anything here, but this is very, to me, kind of like, it would have been better if this market break and have a recovery, better for a break, right? But this actually for me is kind of like showing some potential to the upside, these markets here. Now, what's happening with the bond market? The bond market has opened now. 8:30, market opens. I hope you have seen this. Hope you have seen this thing. What's happening in the bond market? Because we have weekly jobs. How many lows do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lows here. Right? This movement to the upside removes part of the potential that these highs have, bunch of stops here, but leaves this behind. You know? And what is the trend? What kind of trend do we have now? We have a downside trend, right? Potential sequential trade here, which is developing now. Right? The theory was not like that. They were more like this. I'm not watching this, I'm not watching this, I'm not watching this one. Now, on to the next one. Let's see the intraday. Okay? Look at this gigantic wick here this has. No wick, first bar, right? We have similar bar a couple days ago to the upside, and now the same movement to the downside. It's very hard to take advantage of this kind of opportunities because it happens so fast. Right? Now let's take a look at, I apologize for the dog, at the major indices. Russell selling from the 100 moving average here. Right? Not particularly a good one, but it's not selling exactly from that area, right? But you can see, right? You got the idea here. Can I say that I have a distribution here in the upper side? Yeah. Oh, so kind of like a fail to close for that, but not really. I will be making up something here. The market that where those distributions can be seen very clear is the ES, which is the one where we're looking at. We have this 16-day up here and the 7-day now down here. And yesterday, the market had the chance to go through this area here. Really, it wouldn't be really easy because there's no ball. We didn't require much to go through that, but the market just was sold from that. And after that, you know, we have to think the possibility here, you know, when this fails, the market fails to enter this distribution, okay, we reach a balance. What can happen now, right? When it was sold right from this area. Now the potential destination is the opposite side of this range, right? There's no excess here at the high. There's no excess here at the high of this range as well. The potential, I kind of like, the first thing I do is see the opposite side of this range. That is a potential, right? And this market in particular is in between the moving averages. There's no impact from the 100, no impact from the 50s or 50s and 100, right? Same goes with the Dow. Nasdaq, what I have seen in Nasdaq, it seems like Nasdaq is the weakest here. Like, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4 lows, like this is a go, no go area here. The same thing, right? Have a range on the upper side, V market here, V market here. And really, when this fails, this start to look like a relief rally of this inventory that has gotten really short. Right? Now, in here we have a better range here. You have one here, another one here, like a stair step. The ES doesn't have that. The ES even has something like on this side, same like the Dow here. And something very interesting here, if you open up your chart, what do you see here? We start to see, well, we have a yearly high here and yearly high. This is 22, this is 23, very close to each other, extension. Right? And the market hasn't checked this, hasn't come that far to test these areas. It's trading the monthly. The market is out, it looked below March bar and come back inside. This is what I was looking yesterday, right? This high is not a reference because it's too far back, but the chances are, right, traders can be watching that as well. And that's why I decided to put it here, and when I move this high here, February high, to my weekly, I had this one. Oh boy, what the heck is this, right? Now, the same thing that happens in the upper side, the same thing can happen in the lower side as well. This level, the market doesn't close, doesn't get a comeback check. This is sold just before this one, right? Just in the same way it was made when the market went higher. Can that be something here? Have no idea. I'm just speculating here. Then I go to the daily. I keep moving my reference from the monthly to the weekly to the daily here. And this is just technical trading, right? This is pure technical. I'm not doing nothing else here. I have something here. Right? This was a go. Was this a go, no go level? What I remember from this area here is the market did a lot of back and forth from this 51.20 and the 50.20s as well. 50.20s as well. And once it took this level out, the market just boom, did a huge movement to the upside. And it's just curious, right, to see the behavior the market is having now. It's sailing from that level, the same area that we have here. All the highlighted here, so you can see it. Just for reference, right? This area here, right? And the same thing happening in here. There's some news coming here. around this area actually. Right? There was a lot of back and forth from the 50, from the 5,000, but once the 50, 20 was taken or clear, boom, here we go. And notice where this market was bought. Right? Around that level, you have 5,000 here, 5% pullback, 7% pullback here, and this is some kind of range now, right? Any upside, what I was watching today is the ability of the market to come back and close this area here, right? And why close this area? Because this would mean change, right? Something has changed, you know, because we have a downside trade in the weekly. The monthly also has changed. Remember, the monthly is always the last one. It shows change, and we have the daily, right? In the daily, we have back and forth, up and downs all the time, and this is what happened. Closing this or coming back inside this range, it would be the first sign maybe that there's something can be changing here. It didn't happen, right? And now the opposite side of this range becomes a potential destination of the next movement. Right? Kind of logical as well, back and forth in this range. What is the low of this movement? The 5,000. Next time the market comes back down here, they can't be really close. The 100 can be closer. Now let's check the adjusted. What's happening with the adjusted? The same thing, right? We have kind of like a range here. This is the go, no go area. In this. Come on, man. Why? I want, okay. This area here. This was a go, no go area in this market. And the 50-20s, where is the 50-20s? Is up here. Actually, that's where the this, yeah. This is a little different here, right? Here we have the 5,000, right? Once the there's a lot of back and forth around the 5,000, and once that 5,000 is clear, you know, you either go long above 5,000, 50-10 or 50-20, something like that, or it can be the opposite side. Now, and well, the 50, the 49 in this case would be 49.90 or 49.80. It's going to be around this area, right? Right around this area. That's getting closer to this 7% pullback. It will be more risky, you know. If the market comes back to this area, come on, that really can show some. The risk on the lower side increases if the market comes down to here. Now, it is interesting when I check this one and when I check the other markets as well. This is Nasdaq. Look at this one. This is really nice here. How this market fails to close this area. I was working on this yesterday. The monthly we have this high. This is 2021 high, 2022 highs. How it was bought from the 2022 highs. All right, that's another time frame here, right? A bigger time frame here. And you know, it doesn't spell good. You know, this is a mechanical level. It was happening a lot. That kind of activity was happening a lot during this rally. Okay, since this rally started here, that happened a lot, right? Every time the market had some relevant reference or some not relevant but visible reference, the market just was bought. but keep going, right? How many? Like 6 months now. 6 months rally that we had here, right? And it is different now. It is different when the market is way up here, right? Notice how this range is, right? How this part of the market, how different this part looks relative to this part as well. Right? Taking this 2022, this level out, kind of like I put this the next one inside, and we have a really small range down here. This can be support. Okay? I'm not saying the market is going to break. I'm just watching the scenarios, that can develop. Now this gap has been closed. Long ago. I don't know why I still have it. 17,794. What the heck? Why do I have this level here? This is irrelevant here. This is not important anymore. This is previous high, previous year high. I guess I can use this one better rather this one, right? This low here. It just got really close from closing this part, right? Now this low can become the potential destination. Notice where this yesterday's low is, right? Kind of like right at 100 moving average, right? Really close to that moving average. Now let's check the adjusted. How they adjusted. This is the monthly, this is the weekly, and this is the adjusted. And Q. Right? The low, the current month is sitting right at the yearly. Right? The weekly, non-excess, we have non-excess here. And also look what we have up here in the weekly and where the market is. Kind of was getting closer to the center of this range. Right? The main thing here, just like in the ES, getting inside this distribution here, this upper C. Right? Getting back inside here can target this high, the yearly high, the all-time high. What this reference is 17,832. The adjusted has the 17 or the 1800 up here, right? This area here, this area up here, right? Which is a tiny micro fraction here. Like there is something here in between. This is a stair step, and the market before, this is why doing the homework is important, right? Before dealing with this area, which is this one, the market has to deal with this small stair step first. The market didn't even get back in here. Right? First has to deal with this, and then we have the big one. Right? We don't have that one. The market make an attempt, our rally, didn't even have the steam to get back in here. What do we have below? In the Nasdaq, the market actually took this previous year high out, all right, and come back, explore below. It was rejected. It explored twice here. It's just interesting, right? What's happening in the Dow? The same thing here. I'm watching this in particular. And now, sometimes you don't want to watch too much. I mean, if this is too much for you don't have to do that. Just focus on the ES. because the amount of information that we may be watching, it can be just overwhelming. If it's too much, just don't look at it. Just ignore this and focus on what you see, right? Same thing, explode it below previous year. Now, what happened here previous year is also February low, right? It took February low. This market is different. No excess. The daily has no excess here. I have a range here, step here, some sort of range here, and a big one forming here, right? I don't see the same thing in the upper side. Now, going back into our markets, right? Where the market is going to open, we have extremely short inventory. Inventory is 100% short, but and this is how I open today's stream. This is what drives traders crazy, right? When we just follow price, this is what is seen, right? We have short covering here. Now we have long liquidation. Long liquidation strengthens the market. But what's happening in the bigger time frame? We have just seen that the bigger time frames are trending lower, right? Are trending lower. So it is more likely that the short coverings, the P shapes, are going to be dealt with rather. The ones that are, what I'm trying to say is, the short coverings can be dealt faster. The market can deal with that inventory faster than the long liquidations, than the B shapes, which is the case today. We have long liquidations. So this weakens the market, we say, right? I mean, this strengthens the market. Look at what we have before the weekly. This is long liquidation, right? All the longs from this area, the market is taking care of these longs. I know, Yaya, you asked yesterday, how relevant inventory is from these days, right? You can see now, we can see now the market is how relevant this is, right? How relevant is becoming right now as we speak, as we are close to open. Now, this inventory has been dealt with. We still have this low here. Now, the first thing I got here. Now, checking the today's, right? Into today's, right? Weak highs, right? But just because I have weak highs here, it doesn't mean I'm going to be long. All right? That's not enough. I want to be in sync. I want to know what the market is doing right now. I wonder where this overnight low is. Yeah, okay, this low has been taken. This low has been taken. It doesn't matter anymore. I know, and it is not coincidence the market stopped here. This is just another sign, right? Market is dealing with this as we speak. Now, all of this inventory, the market has to deal with all business first. As we head into the opening, just less than a minute before the opening, the bond market is having a huge break. It's liquidating a lot of loans there. We have extremely short inventory. This is a very prominent point overnight POC here. This one has been dealt with. I'm going to leave it there for a moment. And now we are below March low, right? And the market is open. And sometimes what happens here is traders are just super excited, right? FOMO takes over here. We got extremely short inventory. Yeah, I got to go long here. I got to go short here. The market is breaking. The market is super low. It's if I check, for example, I just check my charts volume profile. A lot of volume here, a lot of volume here. And what do we have in the center? We don't have nothing. Outside of maybe you can have a day in here, right? From this low, in this area. Who knows, right? Very prominent point of control. Overnight PLC. And there's a lot. What happened, for example, now that we have this opening, right? What do things has happened to the inventory, to the long inventory from yesterday? Right? From the past couple of days, actually, we have short covering, right? We talked yesterday how this market was adding value, how this value was being built just above, on top of previous day value. Right? Short covering here. Right? Can you imagine what's happening there? What's happening to those loans there right now? And where that high is, where the high is, for example, right now. You know, there's an answer. This market has closed these distributions here from this day, which targets this, which puts the opposite side of that range inside, you know, as a potential destination there. Remember, inventory is very short right now. Very short. It's a lot of volatility now. The market's out of balance. I mean, I have this reference from, we were checking this reference, right? What do we have here? Can you see where the market is selling from? Now we have, right, very technical trading going on here. This is no good. This low is no good. Now this has been closed. It's not a reference anymore. The past, I guess the last months, the past couple months, the weekly jobs number, it that report that we have the weekly every Thursday, it didn't used to have the impact that it's having now, right? We have usually have some flickering, some back and forth, and that was it. But with the exception of the last week, I guess all the other before the past 6, 5, 6, or 7, were having some sort of movement, right? Significant movement, not wasn't a small one. This overnight, very prominent overnight POC from this day has been taken. That's Nasdaq. Okay. I have seen this over and over, over and over. When we have this part of the contract, this quarter, we each contract uh, life spans like almost 3 months, right? Between rollovers and all that stuff. You have this over and over. Every time you have earnings, we have this kind of behavior, right? When you have relevant earnings, banks first, then we have tech, and then we have consumer. It happens over and over, right? Traders get very emotional. They got long, super long. Then the market got super short, or inventory gets super short, super long. All the time. It happens all the time. All right, all right. And one can think, oh, okay, this is a big break here, right? You have a big break here. Let's catch the wave here. But let's see, right? I'm not saying it cannot be. Now, what can be the potential destination of this movement? Right? We say the opposite side of this range. We also have a 100 moving average here at the 5,000. Nasdaq, and guess what happened in Nasdaq as well? Where this selling came from? Distributions have been closed here, obviously. Pick up potential destination, the opposite side of this range, right? What do we have in Nasdaq? I need to create another chart just for Nasdaq. February low is 17,264. Is this low? Is it? Yeah, it's right there. 17,264. I want to put that on my chart. 17,264. Okay, 17,264. This can be relevant for example. If, you know, I'm not saying I'm going to trade, but who knows? Uh-oh. This is February low. I'm going to transpose these levels here. Next one in the lower side is 17,159. It's not that far, right? 17,159 down here. What the heck is this? This is 2022 highs. Oh, this is even more relevant here. 2022 high. 2023 is 2021 is. Oh no, this is 2023 high. My bad. I had to fix this. Right? All right. Right there. Right? There's a lot of things, right? There's a lot of things that the market has to deal with right now. Right? Lot of margin calls. Lot of margin calls, right? Traders that had traded of their lives yesterday, you know, like well underwater now, thinking that the market was going to rally all the way and make a new high. So I am positioning for the big rally. Now are being forced to cover. Another ones that are moving, I know, price averaging. Okay, the market's too low. I got a long here. I'm going to go long here, and my average price is going to be down here. Not that much, right? Traders that are going short. You know, there's a lot of things that goes on right now. I was, you know, something that I was doing this week because I knew I wasn't going to be I wasn't going to have enough time to be 100% focused in the market, and I was resting after the stream. Around 10, 11, I have to, I just couldn't keep doing it anymore and just have to take a break. I didn't have naps. I really have some longer sleeps, like 2-3 hours to recover. And guess what? After those 3 hours, nothing happened. Right? And you actually give the market some time to settle, right? To deal with their business. All business first. And that's what the market is doing now. Okay, we have a low. We have cut a low here. Now we are going to back all the way up to here. Huh? The market has to deal with a lot of things right now. Feels the gap hasn't even been touched yet. Huh? The market open here. No interest. The market doesn't even get back inside this distribution, this lower distribution here right now. Not yet. Nasdaq is trying badly to close the gap. If they cannot take the current high, this looks like there can be some significant break from these current levels here. There's tremendous pressure to the upside in that market. And what are you doing that? Why I'm doing? Just watching this, just watching this, not watching anything else. Just how the auction is, what the auction is doing here. There's a lot of things going on right now. You can either have a big rally right now, kind of like a spike one. Remember, inventory is very short also. Okay. I'm going to highlight this and this one, which are the closed distributions, overnight distributions closed. This attempt to close the gap is failing really bad, man. It's not having success here. It's just not, but it's having volume in the upper. I mean, it's right at the opening. I think that, as I say, there can be some. We have volume here. Let's just look at this. Look at this. We have volume here and volume here. Well done. Which area is clear? This one, right? Maybe even up to here. No, I would disregard that. Just this part here and this part here. Here is clear. This area from here to here is clear. So can we have something like here, like this today? No, maybe below this high volume, right at the center. Actually, it's Thursday. What do we have today at the closing? We have Google and Amazon, right? Up here or down here. What do we have tomorrow? If this goes higher, it can go lower with PCE. This goes lower, it can go up, or it can have downside, upside tension. Yeah, the volatility today is high. Put things in context as well. What do we have up there? It's unbelievable how much hope can we have in this kind of openings, even though the tremendous amount of, the big, these gigantic gaps they have here. I don't think, this can be a bias, right? The bond market also has had a big break. What are the odds of the market having downside continuation? tremendous back and forth here. Now then there's another attempt to close the gap. Nasdaq is making another attempt to close the gap. The previous one failed. It just doesn't happen, man. Volume is just dry. When it gets to the top, it just dries there. There's some strength in the downside movement in the ES now. We may have something here. Maybe this area or potentially the 100 here. Volume needs to show up here, down here, for that movement. It's not coming. It's not coming though. Not come. What I don't want is to come back to hard back here. It's pushing really hard to the downside. Let's see if this one can be taken first. If this one is taken, probably market might move to this one here. The movement in Nasdaq can be faster. Okay. You don't want Nasdaq to come back up close to the highs. It just dries here. I haven't seen there is good move. There is good pressure here to the downside now. A really good pressure to the downside. Also continuation high increasing here. It just doesn't. I mean, the pressure is good to the downside. It just volume is not coming yet. The 31, this area, I don't want the market to come back above this now. Remember, inventory is very short, okay? Inventory is very short now. This is the area. I'm watching very careful here. Going through this area, risk, right? It really puts a short as risk. This kind of risk is short covering here. It can go fast, Once this area is true, it can go really fast. Maybe towards this area. This is another attempt the Nasdaq is making to close the gap, to have some upside extension of the current period. This can be a rotational day as well. We will want to go short over the weekend as well too. Now the selling, now the buying is looking weak now. Let's see if there is some bounce from here. No good. But why I'm looking for a bounce? Actually to sell. Let's see. This low is very weak, brother. But this is just taking too much time to chew through that area. It's just so slow. So slow here. We have excess now at the low. Watch out, we have excess at the low. We have 2 ticks excess at the low. We have direction as well. It's coming back inside this range. $50.19 maybe. We're just struggling to have some downside continuation here. It comes short from closing this. You notice how this is coming right, selling 1 tick from this previous period. Very mechanical selling, right? 1 tick from the, oh, okay, now it has come back inside. Tremendous back and forth is happening here. I'm going to move this here. I am going to put Nasdaq over here. The only thing that I am watching, what you see here is what I am watching. I'm not watching the dailies, I'm not watching. There's tremendous amount of profits taking here in this area here as well. if the market comes back through this area, there can be some sort of attempt. No, Nasdaq is already doing this, is attempting to close the gap, right? Now, I think this is more successful than the first time it did here. While the ES is showing downside pressure, Nasdaq, man, that looks very risky. That market is very risky up there. Oh, now look at the ES now. Daily highs in Nasdaq is no, we have poor highs there. We have a weak high in the ES. The short is becoming risky here as we speak. This level has been corrected. We have I think double bottom here. Yeah, we have this double bottom. We have 3 bottoms here. Now this has taken, technically has taken. Also we have the 100, and if I check my, that 100, I mean, it's right there, 50.22. That's